Assalamu alaikum student. Now after the similarity of right angle triangle theorem, we'll start the next theorem, that is theorem of geometric mean. So again, first of all, we'll see the statement for this theorem. So in a right angle triangle, the perpendicular segment to the hypotenuse from the opposite vertex is the geometric mean of the segment into which the hypotenuse is divided. Now only by reading the statement we don't know what is given to us and what we have to prove. So again we'll read the statement carefully and we'll try to draw the figure. In a right angled triangle, that means we have to take one of a right angle triangle. So first of all we will draw right angle triangle. So we have taken here one of the right angle triangle. Now after that we have to take the perpendicular segment. We have to take one of the perpendicular to the hypotenuse. So this is the side PR which is opposite to 90 degrees. So this PR is nothing but the hypotenuse. So we have to draw one perpendicular on hypotenuse from the opposite vertex. So this is the hypotenuse. So opposite vertex is Q. That means from point Q, one of the perpendicular we have to draw on hypotenuse PR. So we'll draw that hypotenuse first, or we will draw that perpendicular first. So I have taken one of a perpendicular on hypotenuse from the opposite vertex, that is from point Q. So till here we have completed. We have taken each and every word before this comma. So after the comma, here the statement will be for to prove. So we will see that statement afterwards whenever we will try to write the to prove. Now after figure we know that we have to write given. So in given we will write all the things which we have taken in the figure. First of all we have taken triangle PQR. So in triangle PQR we have taken angle PQR is equal to 90 degree. After that we have taken segment QS which is perpendicular on hypotenuse PR in such a way that P dash S dash R, that means these 3 points are collinear. Again I'll repeat the statement. In triangle PQR, angle PQR is equal to 90 degree. Then segment QS is perpendicular on hypotenuse PR such that P dash S dash R. So now we'll see what is the statement for given. So triangle PQR is a right angle triangle. In that angle PQR is 90 degree. Segment QS is perpendicular on hypotenuse PR such that P dash S dash R. So we have completed our given. Now we'll see to prove. For writing to prove, we'll read the statement after this comma. So this perpendicular, this is talking about this perpendicular. So what is the perpendicular we have taken? That is this QS. So this QS is the geometric mean. Now what is the meaning of the geometric mean? Geometric mean means the square of this perpendicular will be equal to the segment into which the hypotenuse is divided. Now the hypotenuse PR is divided in two parts, that is PS and SR. That means I will take this PS and SR. So geometric means mean this perpendicular. So the square of the perpendicular will be equal to the product of these two sides made on hypotenuse. Square of this perpendicular is equal to product of the two sides on hypotenuse. So this is called geometric mean. So we have to prove that QS square, that means this perpendicular square will be equal to PS into SR. So see here, our to prove is nothing but QS square is equal to PS into SR. If you'll observe, now we will start our proof. If you'll observe this figure, this is the similar figure which we have taken in the previous theorem, that is in similarity of right angle triangle. So here in this figure we have the three triangles and we can say here that all these three triangles are similar to each other. So first of all we will take the name of all these three triangles. How to take the name? First we will take the original triangle, that is big triangle. So triangle PQR QR will be similar to triangle PSQ. Then the third triangle will be start from Q, the triangle QSR. So all the three triangle will be similar to each other. Directly we can take by similarity of right angle triangle. Now for this theorem, out of the three triangle which already I have explained you, I will take these two small triangle. So first triangle we will take triangle PSQ, second we will take triangle QSR, and we will write directly they are similar to each other by similarity of right angle triangle. So see here, we will start our proof. Now first line only we will take PSQ and QSR. See, PSQ, QSR. So these two triangles we have taken similar, and the reason will be similarity of right angled triangle. Now whenever the two triangle we are getting similar, we can write the corresponding side in proportion. So the corresponding side will be PS upon QS, then SQ upon SR, then PQ upon QR. So we will take that ratio. So this PS upon QS is equal to SQ upon SR is equal to PQ upon QR. And the reason is corresponding side of similar triangle. And I have given it equation number 1. Now whatever we want to prove, here we want QS, PS, SR. So out of these three ratio, we will select the ratio in which these three terms will be there. So PS, SQ, QS, then SQ and SR. So these two ratio we will take. We will not take this third ratio because PQ and QR we don't want here, whatever we want to prove. So I will take here these two ratios. Now this SQ we can write QS only because this SQ or QS both are same. So we will take that only. So here I have taken the first ratio PS upon QS, and this SQ I have written QS and SR will be same. This two ratio I have taken from equation 1. So I have written here from 1. Now after this, always we are taking cross multiply. So this PS will be multiplied by SR and QS will be multiplied by QS. So PS into SR is equal to QS into QS. Now QS into QS will be QS square, and this side we will take like that only. So PS into SR is equal to QS square. Now this QS square I will take on left hand side, and this PS into SR I will take on right hand side. So this is nothing but our required result. See here, this only we want to prove. So it is very easy. At last we will write hence proof. So in this way we have completed our second theorem. Now we'll start our third theorem. It is very important. Most of the time this theorem is asked in board exam, and this is Pythagoras theorem. Now from 7th standard I think you are studying this theorem, but till now we have just applied this theorem, and this year we are going to prove it. Now the statement we will see first. So the statement is, in a right angle triangle the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining two sides. Now only by reading the statement we don't know what to do. So again we'll read the statement carefully and we'll gather the information which will help us to draw the figure. So the first is a right angled triangle. So first of all we will take one of a right angle triangle. So I have taken here one of a right angle triangle, that is ABC. After that it is given the square of, now see here the comma is there. So I have explained you earlier also, before comma it will be for figure and also given, and after the comma whatever is given, this statement will be for to prove. That means our given and the figure statement is completed. So we have to take this much only in figure. So what we have taken, the triangle ABC is a right angle triangle where angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. So we'll see our given, what we have taken in the given, that triangle ABC is a right angle triangle where angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. Now nothing we have taken apart from it. So we have taken that much only and we have completed our given. After given we have to write to prove, and for writing to prove we'll read the statement after this comma. So after this comma, here the word, the square of the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is nothing but the side opposite to 90 degree. So hypotenuse is AC. So we will take hypotenuse is AC. But we have to take the square of the hypotenuse. So we will take the square for the hypotenuse. After this, it is is. Is mean equal. Then it is equal to, already it is given is equal to, so we have taken is equal to sign. Sum. Sum means plus. So I have taken here plus sign in middle, because whenever we are taking the sum, one term will be here, one term will be here. Therefore I have taken the plus sign in middle. So sum I have used. Sum of the squares of. Squares of, that means we have to take the square here also. We have to take the square here also. Of remaining two side. Remaining two side means only one side AC we have taken as a hypotenuse. So which two sides are remain? Definitely side AB and side BC. So first we have to take one side AB and then we have to take other side BC. So we have to prove that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to square sum. First of all, sum of squares of remaining two sides. Again I will explain. Square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of remaining two sides. Now we'll start our proof, but before starting the proof, we have to do one thing. If you'll observe this figure, it is not similar as the previous figure, and we have to take for all the three theorem same figure we have to take. So what is missing here? Definitely the perpendicular is missing from point B on this hypotenuse AC. So what we will draw? We will draw the perpendicular from this point B on AC. So we will write the statement: draw perpendicular BD, draw perpendicular segment BD on hypotenuse AC. So we will draw that. So we have draw here one of a perpendicular segment, that is BD. So what will be the statement for construction? Draw perpendicular segment BD on hypotenuse AC such that A dash, D dash, C, all these three collinear, we have to write collinear point. So see the construction statement: draw perpendicular segment BD on hypotenuse AC such that A dash, D dash, C. Now it becomes the same figure which we have taken already in the previous theorem. Now the first theorem is similarity of right angle triangle. In that theorem we have proved that all these three triangles are similar to each other. And what are the three triangles? First will be triangle ABC. Second is triangle ADB. Third is triangle BDC. So all these three triangles are similar to each other by similarity of right angle triangle. So in proof we will take first of all that only. So proof, we have taken all these three triangles are similar to each other. We have given it equation number 1, and the reason is similarity of right angle triangle. Now out of these three triangle, first of all we will take this two triangle, that is big triangle and one of the smaller triangle. Okay, after that again we will take one big triangle and with that another smaller triangle. So first of all we will take this, that is triangle ABC will be similar to triangle ADB. So I have taken this triangle ABC similar to triangle ADB. This we have taken from 1. We know that as soon as we are getting the two triangles are similar, we are writing their corresponding side. So the corresponding side will be AB upon AD, BC upon DB, and AC upon AB. So we will write the corresponding side. So AB upon AD, BC upon DB, and AC upon AB. Here corresponding side of similar triangle, and we are giving it equation number 2. Now see here, we'll try to solve for this right hand side, that is AB square and BC square. So first of all we will trying to get AB square. And how to get AB square? Whenever the AB will be multiplied by AB, so we can get AB square. So out of these three ratio, we will select the ratio which are having AB common. So this first ratio is having AB and this third ratio is having AB. So we will take first and third. We will not take this middle term. Okay. So we will take AB upon AD is equal to AC upon AB. This we have taken from 2. After getting these two, we will just do the cross multiply. So AB multiply by AB and AD multiply by AC. So we will do this only. So AB into AB is equal to AC into AD. Now what will be this AB into AB become? So AB into AB will be definitely AB square. So we have got AB square is equal to AC into AD and we will give it equation number 3. So this AB square we have completed. Now we'll try to get this BC square. And for this we will take one big triangle and another smaller triangle. So now we'll see the next step. So here I have taken the same thing, one big triangle and another smaller triangle. ABC is similar to triangle BDC and this I have taken from 1. Again we will do the same way as we have done earlier. As we have got the two triangles are similar, we will write their corresponding side. So AB upon BD, then BC upon DC, then AC upon BC. So I will take this corresponding side of similar triangle and I have given it equation number 4. Now we want to get here BC square. So BC square we will get whenever BC will multiply by BC. So we have to find out the ratio in which BC will be common. So here BC is not there. Here BC is there and here also BC is there. So we will take this second and third ratio. So we will take this second and third ratio and this 2 ratio we have taken from equation 4. After taking this 2 ratio, we will just do the cross multiply. So BC will be multiplied by BC and this DC will be multiplied by AC. So BC into BC, then AC into DC. Again this BC into BC will become BC square and this is AC into DC we have taken like that and I have given it equation number 5. In equation number 3, we got AB square and in equation number 5, we got BC square. And AB square and BC square we have going to add. That means we have to add equation 3 and 5. See our equation number 3 is this one I have written here because equation number 3 is on back side. So I have written here. Okay. Now AB square is equal to AC into AD. So this equation number 3 and equation number 5 will going to add. So whenever we will add, so left hand side get added with left hand side and right hand side get added with right hand side. So AB square plus BC square will be equal to AC into AD plus AC into DC. So same thing we have got by adding equation 3 and 5. Now this left hand side will not do anything. We'll just take like that only. Now before this plus sign this is the first term and after this plus sign this is the second term. And if you will observe carefully, this AC is common in both the terms. So we can take this AC common. So we will take this AC common. Whenever we will take this AC common, here AD will remain in between plus sign and here DC will remain. So again we will take this left hand side as it is. This AC will be again as it is. In between this AC and bracket nothing is there, that means multiply. So we will take the multiplication sign. Now we will see what is this addition AD plus DC. We will take in figure AD plus DC. So see the figure, AD plus DC is nothing but AC. Whenever we will add AD and DC we will get AC. So here in the place of this AD plus DC we can take AC as I have explained you in the figure. So we will take here AC because this A, D and C are collinear. Okay. Now AB square plus BC square we will take like that. AC into AC will become AC square. Now this AC square we will take on left hand side and this 2 term we will take on right hand side. So we will get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. And this is only we want to prove. So we have got our required result. At last we will write hence proved. So we have got that square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of remaining 2 sides. So we have completed our third theorem, that is Pythagoras theorem.